Hi, it's Matt out of Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Wednesday, January 20th, 2021. The address we're inspecting today is 2220 Northeast 136th Avenue, Portland, Oregon 97230. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the roof plumbing vent. The equipment being used today is the Rigid C-Snap. This is one of the best sewer cameras on the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, it is to be noted that some age sewer pipes made out of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspection must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made out of cast iron, ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends placing any sewer pipe does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We are in 4-inch cast iron pipe. We are running some water from the kitchen sink to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. We started in cast iron pipe, and so we get some good news. It looks like as we transition out of the crawl space area, we transition to ABS plastic, so it does look like we have some good news. It looks like at least a portion of this pipe has been nicely improved or updated. A little bit flat through that area. Just for a second, it appears that we've improved and we have a nice downhill pitch now. So there's 25 feet. And again, very refreshing that it looks like as the sewer, there's a small section of cast iron under the house. As it reaches the exterior of the house, it immediately transitions to ABS plastic and we have updated material. We do have a belly at about 35 feet, so camera head goes underwater, a little bit flat through this area. And then we start to pull out of it. So there was a little bit of a water belly there, probably about 18 inches. There's a belly in the line. The bottom kind of falls out where it's not supported properly or pitched properly, and then it picks back up and away we go. Oh, looks like we're getting marginal again here. So definitely some areas of flat piping. And then we're back to a good pitch here. We'll be curious to see on those areas of bellies, with the water off, if everything drains out of there, then you're feeling pretty good about things. So the good news is that a large portion of this pipe on the exterior of the house has been improved or updated to modern plastic piping. There is a couple areas of marginal pitch there. We're going to drop an elevation here, so at 75 feet we're going to dive straight down on the ground. This is typically at like the sidewalk area. We're going to transition there. So that signifies a few things. That signifies a transition in pipe size, so we're going from 4-inch pipe into 5-inch pipe or 6-inch pipe. It signifies a transition in pipe materials. We're going from ABS plastic into 3034 plastic. And then lastly, we're transitioning into the city branch piping. And even though we enter into city branch piping here, technically all of this would be buyer owner responsibility throughout the entire length. drop into the city lateral at, we'll call it 109 feet. So this is the end officially of buyer-owner responsibility, about 109 feet away from the house. We're going to turn off the water and the microphone. We're going to drain everything out. We're going to look at the pipe one more time in reverse. And we're curious to see what happens with those areas. There's some marginal pitch, and there's a water belly, and they're very minor, all things considered, pretty small. And we're curious to see how those areas react with the water off. If everything drains right on out, then we're feeling better about things, and it would be an area to keep an eye on. And then, of course, go into this knowing that at some point repairs may be required if things ever worsened or conditions ever got worse, bellies worsened, or the flat piping ever continued to flatten out or get worse. So we're going to turn off the microphone and the water again. We're going to drain everything out and look at it one more time in reverse. So that was the back end of our water belly. As you can see, with the water off, things did drain through there pretty good. If we go forward just a little bit while we're talking here, you can see, there still is a little bit of standing water, but it's not it's drained out enough to where the camera head is not completely submerged. So I would say at this point it's definitely an area to keep an eye on. And then, of course, if conditions ever worsen, then some repairs could be required here in the future. But the good news is, with the water off, for the most part, things drained out of there. We don't have the camera head being submerged in water anymore. So it is still a water belly. It is minor, and most of it drained out. Camera head doesn't go in, submerged underwater anymore, like it did the first time we hit it on the pass through. So again, we would recommend having a sewer scope performed periodically, keeping an eye on things. And then, like I said, you got to kind of have to go into this knowing that, you know, we need to keep an eye on it. If it ever worsened, things ever got worse, bellies ever worsened, or marginal pitch, because sewer pipes can certainly shift, they can certainly change, then of course some repairs could be required in the future. But as of right now, I would say that the pipe does pass inspection, and we would just recommend keeping an eye on it. Also in those areas of marginal pitch where you tend to get buildup, you can see we're scraping some buildup for a little while there. You might have to do what's called professional pipe jetting maintenance, where you have some pressurized water put down there and you just kind of blow all of that out and then you get to start fresh. So that may be required periodically too, just to keep like a pipe maintenancing schedule or whatever. But as of this point, pipe currently today doesn't appear to be causing any problems and would be a candidate for monitoring, and then of course repair or replace as needed by a licensed and qualified drain repair professional if conditions ever worsen. But again, at this point, looks like it's just a case for monitoring.